Hello, and welcome to Seven Sacred Sisters. I'm Sarah, and today we're going to be doing an intuitive tarot card reading for each of the zodiac signs for what's coming up for you in March. Today I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross, so I will be looking at your current situation, what's crossing you, the underlying energies, the crowning energies or the root of the scenario, your past, the future, how you see yourself in this situation, people around you, outside influences, and action or advice and possible outcomes. I will be clarifying the cards that I pull as required. Please keep in mind that this is an intuitive tarot card reading, so not all of the messages will resonate. With that in mind, if you are watching your sun sign and it does not resonate for you this week, I highly recommend that you do a bit of cross-watching and check out your moon sign, your rising sign, and possibly your Venus sign. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, Scorpio. So let's see what we've got coming in for you for March 2021. Let's cut the deck. All right. Spirit. What do we have? Okay. At the core of the situation, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Challenging position, we have the Two of Swords. Underlying energy, Six of Pentacles. What's in the recent past? It's too many cards. Recent past for Scorpio. Recent past for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Recent past for Scorpio. Five of Cups. Wow. I've shuffled these cards a lot, and this just came up in this position for Libra as well. So if you have any Libra placements, I'd say go to check it out. Crowning position, Nine of Cups, which is also very interesting because their reading basically was screaming Nine of Cups. In the future position, we have the Strength card. Very nice. Okay, so how are you seeing yourself, or how are others seeing you in March 2021? Knight of Swords. In your field, people around you, energies around you. Eight of Wands. Oh yeah, some messages. Maybe you're delivering some difficult messages to people. What's your advice? What's your action or advice card? Scorpio. Chariot. Very nice. Oh, I love this. Sorry about that, Scorpio. Package just got delivered to the house, and I believe it's a tarot deck that I'm going to do a flip through of, so I'm very excited about this. Sorry I had to interrupt our reading, but what I was trying to say prior to having to take a pause was that I love how this deck has the Chariot as a motorcycle, and in the Eight of Wands there's also a motorcycle. In your possible outcome, we have the World. For the outcome, I've been trying to pick at least 3 cards, so if there's more than one storyline going on, we can look at the possible outcomes. Okay, what's this? Ooh. Transformation. The Death card, rather. One more card. Feel like you might have been getting messages about somebody lying, stealing, cheating, or something of this nature, maybe an earth sign. That message is just for a few of you, and I only say that because the cards kind of just pop over and I was told to put it back. So if it comes back out, One more card for possible outcome. Yeah, it doesn't feel like an outcome energy. It feels like maybe more about the scenario. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Is it worth it? The seeds we planted. Bottom of the deck we have Hanged One, Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Interesting. Doing some investigation into your foundation, your spiritual foundation, possibly. Okay. So, at the core of your reading, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is very nice. This is a new beginning of some variety. This could be a gift from the universe. This could be the package. This could be a package that you're receiving in the mail. Maybe you have some Pisces placement. We are going to be into Pisces season, so maybe you're receiving a gift from somebody, or maybe you'll be giving gifts to somebody who is a Pisces, possibly. This is a new beginning. This is some type of abundance coming in. Something significant. This is very nice to see. In the challenging position, we have the Two of Swords. So this leads me to believe that in some regard, this has to do with your heart energy, and maybe you are not open to receive this gift that's coming in for you. Or maybe you have a belief about how money is supposed to be coming in and from who and why. Which is kind of like looking a gift horse in the mouth, isn't it? Oh, Scorpio. Okay. In the underlying energy, you have the Six of Pentacles, which is about receiving gifts. This is about somebody taking care of you, or knowing that you have a need that has to be filled. In the underlying position, I really like to think of this as an unconscious energy, possibly. It could be an unconscious belief system. It could just be a belief about money, in this case. I would tend to believe, in this case, that when you receive this gift, whomever it's from, possibly there's some beliefs about the gift or the abundance possibly that you receive, or how this money comes in, that makes you feel like you don't know how to receive it in your heart. Now, in the recent past, we have the Five of Cups, which is a grief card. It's about grief. It's about being upset over something that as a perceived loss of something, whether that's a relationship, a marriage, it could be a divorce, it could be the loss of a person, it could be the loss of a certain type of lifestyle, it could be loss of a job, whatever that is for you, okay? There's grieving that goes along with this. It takes time to heal from the Five of Cups. So maybe this gift or money that's coming in, it's a generous gift. It's something, pretty significant. It's not the Ten of Pentacles. It's not like inheritance money, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a piece of the inheritance that you get, and after someone's passing, that makes you feel like you would rather have the person, and so you're not open to receiving it because your heart is hurting. There's a desire to want to block your heart to protect it. And that also means, and what I'm getting is that there's a requirement that you address the thoughts that are confusing you. I don't get that. Usually this card implies that there's a decision, but it doesn't feel like there's a decision. It's like there's a gift that's coming into you, and it's like your thoughts are hurting. There's the potential for your thoughts to hurt because you would rather have this person, or you'd rather not have this, I just heard, buyout, this payout. You'd rather not have that You'd rather not have the grief that goes with it. But I'm also getting, in your crowning energy here, you have the Nine of Cups, so it's a wish granted. In the future position, you have Leo energy, strength. So maybe you have some strong placements in your chart that are Leo placements. Maybe it's rising sign, maybe it's moon. Or maybe you're dealing with a Leo, or perhaps the person from your past is a Leo, and I only say that because it's mirroring it. So whatever has happened in the past has taken a lot of strength to move forward. In fact, these two aren't even looking towards the future, they're looking back at the past, which is why I feel there's a connection there. In how other people see you, you have the Knight of Swords. This is messages coming in really fast about something. So maybe if this is a loss, whatever change that is grief-inducing, it happened quickly. And you had to make a decision or receive information that was difficult to hear, that made you feel like you had to protect yourself in your heart with the Two of Swords. Or maybe you had to deliver news that wasn't easy to deliver. I'm getting, this is strange, maybe you're like a veterinarian or a nurse that had to deliver the tough news that was associated with this grief. Maybe you are dealing with if there was like a family member who was maybe sick and you are the person in charge of the estate, and so you had to deliver tough messages. This is somebody who just gets on their horse and goes with the information. You know, and they report to the Queen of Swords and to the King of Swords. So if the king says, I want this done now, and the queen says, yes, you have my blessing, off with their head, or whatever it is, right? The Knight of Swords goes out on the horse and is the messenger. And this is the fastest moving knight. This is hard information to take, whatever it was, whether you had to deliver it or whether other people perceived that you had a hard job, or maybe the way that the message came out was difficult in some way. It's challenging. It's challenging, this scenario. But I feel more like this is somebody who had to give you a hard message rather than it being your energy. Or maybe you received the energy and you responded without processing it. You didn't respond from a place of your heart. You responded from a place of trying to protect yourself at all costs. In your field or the people, the energy around you, again, we have messages coming in. 8 of Wands, which is why I'm wondering, did you receive a message that then you had to deliver a message that was difficult? I feel like these are kind of dancing with each other, these two cards, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords. Now, 8 of Wands can be passionate, romantic messages coming in fast. It says delays are over. This is like the get out of jail free card. It's the moving ahead. So something's changed. Maybe there was some type of, I'm really getting like somebody was imprisoned in their body. I don't know why I said get out of jail free card. So I think about all the ways that we can be imprisoned in our mind by our thoughts, which you'd usually think would be like swords energy, but anyway, it came up for a reason, and if it resonates, it'll be for maybe only a few of you. This could also be about travel. 8 of Wands is travel over land, travel over bodies of water. Maybe you received a message that someone was sick and that you have to go, and that they passed, and that you have to go, you have to travel to go to the funeral, or yeah, I really do think that this is your response to a message that's coming in, that it came in faster than you expected, and there wasn't anything necessarily that maybe the other person could have even done. Maybe it was part of their job. But either way here, in the action advice, if this is about you trying to decide if you need to go travel to be with somebody, I think the advice here is yes. That you need to make the trip, even if it hurts, even if it feels like you can't decide. This is also Cancer energy. If you have, in numerology, if you or someone else that you know has a 7 in their chart, if they're a 7 life path, also we have 8 here with Leo energy and strength. We have 2 8s, 88. That could be important for somebody, maybe to look it up. Okay, I just want to clarify the action, and possibly, I just want to clarify this row, of the energy in this row here. What's the 8? Okay. 4 of Cups. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? But, you know, the outcome, I know what's in these cups. And I'm kind of over it. And I don't want to hurt anymore. I'd rather celebrate. I'd rather gather to be with people to celebrate than to grieve. Four, though, is the path. It's stable. It's also not wanting to choose. It's not wanting to move. It's not wanting to do anything. Oops. Okay. Yeah. This is news about something that surprised you. It's like, I'm really getting that you weren't expecting it to happen, and it's made you really emotional. Maybe someone has offered to help you with the costs of travel to attend the funeral, or I know this is getting really specific, so I'm sorry, Scorpio, for those of you that this doesn't resonate with. Perhaps there's other scenarios about loss. This definitely could be a divorce scenario as well, with the back and forth messages and the grieving, and then having indecision about money, how to divvy up the money, if it's a splitting of a household. The requirement for there to be balance, for there to be giving and receiving, and for both sides of the scenario, and that it's a wish granted, definitely could be that. It takes strength to get through a separation or a change of this variety. And you're done. You just don't want to feel it anymore. And possibly the messages that you had to deliver were, I'm getting that very clearly. Someone, you and somebody else, had to deliver or receive messages that were hard to manage. But there's an urge to move on from this scenario, big time. And through moving on in this scenario, you have a graduation. The world, you're getting up-leveled. You will decide. Choices will be made. A line will be drawn in the sand. When we love someone, it's very hard to decide and make a choice to not have them in our lives anymore. or whether this was a choice that you made or it was a choice that was made for you. And I want you to trust that in things that feel like a loss, things that you have to grieve, it's for, I know it's really hard to see it that way in the moment, but trust that this is a leveling up that's happening for you. Death card in the possible outcome. I mean, truly here, whether it's already happened, something is transforming and changing, whether that's somebody's physical stay on this earth plane or it's you. And I would say that it's you. Because whether choices were made for you or you had to make hard choices, you knew it was the path. Somewhere deep in your unconscious, you knew it was the path. It's almost like your higher self is giving you the in your unconscious. It's like you know that there's balance here. You know that this is, in some way, it's a success. It's a gift. And the up-leveling, the graduation with the world always is a transformation. And here, again, we have 2 sevens. So what did I say, 88 before and 77? Is it worth it? 4 of Cups, I said, is it worth it? Or I'm over it, as in the modern tarot deck, her shirt, and that one says, I'm over it. But, you know, is it worth it to do the thing that's painful? To level up spiritually as a person, to transform? Is it worth it? It's hard. It says seeds well planted, though. They just don't see the outcome of the seeds well planted yet. So it's easy to be in a scenario that hurts and look at it and be in pain and ask yourself, is it worth it? With the Hanged One on the bottom of the deck here, there is the Hanged One, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. I want to encourage you that, and reassure you that this is part of the path. You are creating a new foundation. Oops. And the Hierophant, like, there is wisdom that you have gained by going through this portal energy. What will transform is that you'll have stability. You'll have stability. You'll be able to think and have enough time to think about how you want to invest your time, money, energy into something. You'll have time. You'll be able to take time to awaken to those things. Maybe you'll be a spiritual teacher. Maybe the Spirit is leveling you up and saying, hey, you've been through a bunch of hard times now. And you've had to rely on the generosity possibly of other people or the generosity of situations that you'd rather weren't required to have happen. But I think the outcome is very positive for you, Scorpio. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If this resonated with you, please leave me a comment. I'm wishing you all the best here in March, and I hope that if you did enjoy the video, you leave the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified the next time I put out videos like this. I would love to have you here with me on my tarot journey, and until the next now moment that we can be together, take good care. Mo, this is where I need to film my tarot readings, Mo. Yes, but Mo, this is where I need to film my tarot readings. If you lie right here, I know this is your spot, but if you lie right here, then Mommy can't do her readings. Isn't that silly? Huh? Isn't that silly? Okay, can you come over here? Can you come over here? Yeah, come on, over here. Over here, get your spot over there. Good boy.